World Dignity Forum is a parallel to the World Economic Forum, where solutionaries gather to exchange the solutions that can be applied to the world's most pressing problems, whether in India or around the world. Poverty related to food, health, wellness, nutrition, water, energy, all the things that affect a human and the ability for a human to thrive in the environment. Dignification is a psychological, financial way by which we can honor the dignity amongst ourselves and pay respect and pay that honor to the living things around us. But there's a whole environment in our planet. If we do not have the respect for that, then it's very difficult for us to look at these projects to execution, because there's an oath and honor in the word dignity. If we understand that we live in a dignified world and our membership in that world is with true honor and dignity of ourselves, and what we expect of others to do, we must first be ourselves in doing it. The three levels of solutions that we're looking at today. One, we see there's children in school who do not have access to nutrition, to even getting to the school. We have organizations here in India that can provide nutrition and breakfast. They started with several hundred, several thousand people to now several million people very quickly in a couple of months. There's operations in place, there's manufacturing distribution in place, but however, to take that same problem, to scale it across India, we're going to need some dignified capital. And that dignified capital and that network is lacking today. This is really a commercial takeoff of the Dignified Forum. We will have the resources, whether it's the people who are doing it on the ground, need the money, whether it's the investor who can provide the money, whether it's the domain expertise who can help the programs scale. And today in this world, there's no common theme and an umbrella that brings these people together. I think through the poem, that will be the first vetting point of membership to this environment, to be able to deliver these dignified solutions to the marketplace. We just have to put it in the framework by which we can apply the resources and the commitments to the projects. Through real projects, delivering real value to real population. We have to look at other areas that are very significant to supporting that dignified lifestyle. We have energy. We have the notion of how we deliver energies, whether it's fossil fuel, whether it's solar, whether it's wind, whether it's kinetic. There's packaging of these things that just never make it to the end. And if they do, they have it in small scale, okay? But there's manufacturers who are involved. There's distribution that's involved to really give it to the hands of the people. So there's training, there's new behavior that's expected, and there's new way to apply commercial techniques to address scale. The third area where dignity comes into place is food and medicine and care. And there's plenty of organizations who are providing those. We just want to be able to put it in the dignified way where we can show the selflessness around the environment and the ecosystem. So I think there's a vast amount of energy here in India. I think the patterns that we're talking about are very closely fit to patterns everywhere in the world. At the same time, we have folks who are working in Africa today, for instance. It could be not only in emerging nations, but also in developing nations, whether it's UK, whether it's the US, same problem. People who claim that they're dealing with resolve or a solution, but it's not a resolution. We've taken it through the POEM framework to qualify people who actually aspire to the same values of a dignified life. It's a question of taking the group of those people and putting them in programs that can generate the right kind of returns and the metrics. I think we have now three things that are very critical to launch the Dignified platform, a community that agrees the fundamentals of what dignity means. And we will have more around how we define that as a community. And that is the first key component that's going to be coming through POEM with Minu. And everybody who wants to get into this dignified forum has to be vetted around that criteria, because that commitment is very deep. It's around a commercial way to build capabilities that can be sustainable. In doing that, the second piece, people who've subscribed the honor of dignity within the project to take care of the planet and the living things around the planet, from people to the environment. The third piece is the infrastructure where we can connect these people with providing access to the domain expertise to support the projects and scaling them at a global scale. We're asking others who wish to participate, come and join us.